you guys, welcome back. So I have another get ready with me video, and we're also going to be talking about why I personally stopped doing love spells. So it'll be a really fun video. Let me straighten this up. Okay. I'm not sure what kind of look I'm going to do. It's currently 12:23 at night. I'm just kind of bored and I wanted to do my makeup and play on my makeup and stuff, and also talk to you guys. Okay, so I already moisturized my face and put some chapstick on, but now I'm going to get ready to do my eyeshadow. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my concealer. This is just the Wet n Wild Incognito Concealer, and there's no shade here, but it's the lightest one that they have. And I'm having very bad fall allergies, so there's a lot of like redness and stuff and discoloration of my eyes, which sucks. But I'm just gonna blend that out with my brush and let it dry down. I just want to say something before I get into like why I stopped doing love spells. I'm a witch for hire, okay? I do work for y'all. I do custom spiritual work, and if you need love work done, I'm going to do it for you if my spirits say it's okay. Alright? I personally have nothing against love spells. I love helping y'all heal your relationships. I love helping you manifest your person, your ideal partner. I love all of it. But me personally, I just got tired of the, domination work or obsession work or amares, love bindings, come to me's, and so on and so forth. And I'm letting my concealer dry down while I talk to y'all. I just got kind of sick of it, and I knew that I was outgrowing it, because what would happen is I would do the love spell on the person and I would start getting affected. Like, I would be falling more in love with them. And that's not how I set it up, you know what I mean? There's like spray tan, y'all. Ignore my self-tanner, okay? That's what makeup's for. Yeah, I would start feeling the effects of the love spell that I did. And, I got kind of sick of it. Okay, I guess I'll get into my eyeshadow. I'm gonna do a light smoky eye. Okay, and I'll show you what I'm gonna be using. This is like a blessing, a huge blessing, but I have like way too much makeup. I have to get new makeup storage, because my makeup storage currently is overflowing. Yeah. Where's my little eyeshadow color I'm going to use? Okay, I'm using my Supreme Seductress. I'm just using the mirror on this palette because it's got a really good mirror. And then I'm using the LA Colors Nude eyeshadow palette in the color In Vogue. This palette is okay, but there is a lot of fallout. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a brush, if I can find the right one. Yeah, I'm going to take a little eyeshadow brush like this, and I'm going to set this concealer that I put on my eyes. So I'm going to use this light powder shade right here to just set my eyes. I think that me getting the secondhand effects of the love spell, like, that was my spirit's way of telling me, like, I needed to stop. Because, like, I wasn't even doing obsession work, and I would be getting obsessed. And I'm a perfectionist, even when it comes to my magic. And I would be sitting there like, oh my god, why is my spell not working? Why are they not being more attentive to me? Blah, 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 blah. Because usually when I do spell work, it works pretty quickly, right? And so when I didn't see like an overnight change in their behavior, I would get very frustrated at the situation. And I just got to the point, you guys, where I'm like, if I have to do all that, like, honestly, I got lazy. I got to the point where I'm like, if I have to do all that for someone to love me, fuck that shit. Like, I'll do elaborate money rituals. I'll do elaborate protection work, or glamour magic, or cleansing and things like that. But a love spell for a man? Oh no. Oh no. I'm sorry. And then, like, when it comes to love bindings and stuff, my spirit, my own personal spirit that lives within me, does not do very well being tied to anyone. I get restless. So that was an automatic no. Some people can handle it. Some people, you know, they'll pay a good amount of money for an amare to be tied to someone and they do just fine. But for me personally, I always get frustrated. I get restless. Whether it's an amare that I did to tie myself to the person, or if it's an amare where another person is trying to tie themselves to me. Either way, I start getting pretty, I need to cover that up with makeup, good lord. I start getting pretty restless. And I don't like that. Okay, now I'm going to take a fluffy brush. And I'm going to go in here with this sandy brown color right here. This light brown. And just start working that into my crease. I'm going to do like a light to medium brown smoky eye, I think. But yeah, I mean, I've had guys try to do love bindings on me. And I would always know that that's what they were doing because I would end up getting so frustrated with them. And it just never turned out very well. Because I'm a free spirit, you know. And I just, y'all, I got to the point where I'm like, again, if I gotta do all that to make somebody love me, I don't want it. And that honestly comes from a place of self-love because I want myself to be able to experience someone that loves me for me. As cheesy as that sounds, like, they love me naturally. Not because I sacrificed a chicken or because I made a doll out of him and me and tied us together. No, like, I want real love, and I deserve that. And again, if y'all are wanting love work done, I'm very good at it. I'm especially sweetening and healing work. Oh my god. Like, I see nothing wrong with a little honey jar. Especially if y'all have been together for a while, and I'm still going in with that same light brown shade, by the way, in my crease. And y'all are just at a bump in the road and stuff. There's nothing wrong with a little entosamiento. There's really not. But, like, the more intense stuff, like, what was happening was I was increasing in my power and my witchcraft, and it was working to my detriment. Because my hand has become very, very strong over the years. Because I've nurtured my spiritual gifts. I've stayed connected to the divine. And most importantly, I've showed God and the spiritual realm that for the most part, I'm pretty responsible with my gifts and my power. You know, I'm always using magic to try to improve my life and my loved one's life. And I'm not here for, like, stupid reasons. Okay, now I'm going to go in here with this brown shade right here. This medium reddish brown. And I'm going to tap off the excess because, like I said, this does have a lot of fallout. Yeah, like, my hand was becoming too strong for my own good. And so the love spell was affecting me. And I just didn't like how it made me feel. And I just got to the point, y'all, where I'm like, I want somebody to love me without a damn candle. I want somebody to love me without a binding. I want someone to stay with me without being bound to me. Like, I want someone to choose me. You know what I mean? Because when I do love bindings, we're tied together for lifetimes. That's how deep I get. And I know how to do it too. And if you tie yourself to the wrong person, it's a bitch to undo. That's why if you purchase an amare from me, I most likely will not send it to you. I will keep it at my space, labeled so I know it's yours. But I will keep it on hand just in case 3 years from now you call me and you're like, Nikki, destroy this shit. I don't want to be with him anymore. Okay, but there's a dismantling fee that I charge because it's not always easy to break. And there's other things that have to be done to you to fully remove it. And love work has its place. It does. But I feel like some people won't understand because some people they just do witchcraft. They're not on a spiritual journey. They're not trying to evolve. They're not trying to expand their soul's growth or anything like that. They just like doing rituals and shit. And I think that I just spiritually outgrew love spells. And plus, you add in me having, guys trying to do them to me. I was like over it. Like, that is like the biggest reason that I have had resistance dating spiritual men, because I don't want somebody working me. Not that I'm scared of it, not that I don't know how to remove it, but I just don't feel like dealing with it. You know what I mean? Because that's like an FU to me. If you feel like you have to put a love spell on me, we're not meant to be. Because at that point, I feel like you're trying to control me, and I don't like that. I don't like anyone or anything trying to control me. Like I said, I'm a very free spirit. Okay, I think that's good, y'all. I want to add some shimmer, though. Okay, I'm gonna take this, this pink shimmery shade right here, or beige shimmery shade, and just put it on my eyelid. Tap off the excess. I just got this palette to, travel, because it's a good smoky eye palette, and it fits easy in my purse. But I do not like the fallout, girl. But, for a lot of witches, their first spells are love spells. I know for me, that was the case for me. It was like a think of me spell using a box. And basically putting the guy's picture in the box, one picture of him, and surrounding it, with 6 pictures of me hanging inside the box. So he, couldn't get away from me energetically. It was pretty hardcore. My first spell, it was. On my false twin flame. Shout out to Ethan. Okay, do we like this? What are we thinking? Yeah, that's fine. Okay, now that that smoky eye is done, I'm going to take a makeup wipe. Because like I said, there's a lot of fallout. Oh yeah. And I just want the edges to be clean. I need to take some Benadryl, y'all. These fall allergies are no joke. Lord. Okay, now it's time to move on to foundation. I don't know, y'all. I just feel like love work can be a beautiful thing, but some people, out of desperation or their own unhealed stuff, get kind of carried away, especially when it comes to like domination and obsession and stuff. It's like, I say this nicely, but a lot of y'all that ask me for obsession work, I can almost promise you that I know for a fact that you've never had someone obsessed with you before. Because if you had, you would not be asking for it. Because it is not fun. It's not fun to have someone obsessed with you. Yeah, if they're being nice to you and giving you gifts and being all lovey-dovey with you, and maybe healthily obsessed, if that's a thing, okay, but the minute that they feel like you're not into them as much as they're into you, or the minute that you do something that they don't like and they flip on you, but they're still obsessed with you, then they start hating you. Or you try to leave them and they don't want to let you go. Like, it can get twisted. Okay? I'm going to take my Maybelline Super Stay Foundation and this little stippling brush. Is this the Super Stay Foundation? I think so. Yeah. My shade is 220. I'm gonna put my hair back here. I do not like this wig, girl. I don't. Hence the headband. Sorry, y'all, I'm like looking at my other mirror in front of me. I mean, I'll do obsession and domination work for y'all if you want it, but it's not going to be cheap. Because that's a working that you have to do multiple times. Like, you have to stay on it constantly, sending that spirit or sending that energy out like 8 times a day for a certain amount of days. That's how I do it anyway. Because how are you going to do an obsession spell by lighting 1 candle? You know what I mean? Like, you want their thoughts of you to be repetitive, right? So you have to repetitively do the ritual at different times of the day. I should not be giving y'all tips and secrets, good lord. What y'all do is on you. But just, especially my ladies, please be careful. Because obsessive men can be dangerous. Okay? Now I'm going to take my Incognito Concealer again. Underneath my eyes. A little bit up here on the forehead. On my chin. And I'm going to let that dry down for a minute, because if you let your concealer dry down, it'll stay a lot longer and it just looks better. But yeah, obsessive men can be very dangerous. Especially if it's an obsession caused by magic, because they'll just be fixated on you and not know why. And they'll get frustrated with you, frustrated with the situation, frustrated with how they feel, and it's not going to occur to them that it's brujeria, most likely. And then if they do find out it's brujeria, some people can get very, very violent and very pissed off. So, you know, those obsession and domination workings and stuff, those are spells that I don't ship out to you. I keep them on hand here in my workspace, so that if and when I need to dismantle them for you, they're right there. I don't take them to the river. I don't take them to the crossroads or anything like that. I keep them so that when you're ready to let that person go, we let it go. But there's a lot of different types of love spells that you can do, and my favorite one to do is, like I said, an endulzamiento, a sweetening, a honey jar or something similar, because at that point, my foot's falling asleep, good lord. At that point, you're just sweetening up the relationship and bringing like healing vibes and just trying to protect it and keep it sweet. Oh, I hate when this happens. I hate when my foot falls asleep, because I'm sitting on the floor with my tripod in front of me doing my makeup. Oh, my foot's so asleep. Oh, that's like the worst icky feeling in the world. Okay, calm down, Nikki. And like I said, I've had plenty of men trying to do obsession and domination work on me, and it's not very fun. Especially if you're like me and like you can spot it a mile away. At that point, it doesn't really affect me because I can tune it out. It's just more so annoying and disrespectful. You know, like the love that it made me think like the love that I'm giving you isn't enough. Now you want me obsessed with you? You can't just let me love you? Like, why do you have to have power over me type thing? Oh, while we're here, I'm just going to blend this concealer out. Hecate and love spells. Hecate, something that not a lot of people talk about with her, is the fact that she's not always the biggest fan of men. She doesn't trust very many men. That's not to say that if you are a male and you line up a candle to Hecate, that she's just going to come and haunt you and try to hurt you and all this great. No. It just might take you a little bit longer to develop that connection with her, as opposed to if you were either a woman or a gay male. It's mostly straight men that she doesn't trust because of all the fuckery that straight men have done to the feminine over the years, which is a lot, right? But anyway, Hecate, when we're talking about doing love spells on men, if she doesn't like that man, she's not going to move. She's not going to answer you. And if you keep bugging her, she's not going to be very happy. Okay? She just does not have a lot of patience when it comes to men. And what I've seen her do is, if she doesn't like the man, she will almost make the love spell backfire in some way. That can manifest in a million different ways, but, yeah. Just saying, she's not always the most lovey-dovey spirit when it comes to men. Okay, now I'm going to take my Makeup Revolution Conceal and Hydrate Concealer in the shade C14. This is what I use for contouring. I know it looks weird, just bear with me. Now I'm taking a little stippling brush. Aphrodite, if you want to go with a Greek goddess, Aphrodite, she's still picky about men, but she will not give you as much of a hard time as Hecate will if she doesn't like him. I'm telling y'all, Hecate has a temper when it comes to men. It doesn't mean she's gonna, like, hurt you really bad or anything like that. It's just, it won't turn out very well. She will show you why you need to leave him alone. Clear as day. Ask me how I know. And plus, like, Hecate is more of a goddess to help with, like, shadow work and healing and transformation, spiritual gifts, opening your roads, connecting to your dark feminine. If you have a difficult time setting boundaries, Hecate is a great goddess to work with. She will teach you. She will empower you. She's very big on women's empowerment. Okay. And yes, my face and my neck do match, okay? I know the lighting doesn't show it, but it does. Okay, now I'm going to take my powder puff. And then I'm going to take some of my CoverGirl Clean Invisible Powder. Just in the lid. And then I'm going to take my powder puff. And set that. And I'm going to let that sit for a minute. But I don't know, y'all. I just got to the point where I'm like, if I gotta do an elaborate ritual for him to love me, I don't want him. Because it just feels icky to me. Like, if someone's going to, like, obsess over me and dote over me and be head over heels for me, I want them to be that way because that's how they're meant to be towards me. You know? But not everyone feels the same way, and that's fine. Like, my practice changes as I change, as I grow. Like, when I first started my practice, because of certain things I was going through and people that were trying to take me down and hurt me and take from me, in the beginning of my practice, I had to do a lot of dark work. A lot of left-hand work, I did. And I didn't fully know what I was doing. Okay? Like, I had a heavy hand even back then. And some of those workings went a little further than I wanted them to. But, now I really don't hardly ever do any dark work unless I'm paid and hired to do it and it's justified. I don't just do dark work for no reason. Okay, now I'm going to take my NYX Stay Matte But Not Flat Powder Foundation in the color Warm Beige. And kind of wipe that lighter powder away. Yes, I'm using a filter, mind your business. Glamour magic. Filters are glamour magic, ladies. Because it's a way of you protecting yourself. Okay. Now it's time for bronzer and contouring with powder. I'm going to take my Rimmel Stay Matte powder in the shade Pecan. I really do not like this wig. It's just the part that I don't like. I did miss my dark hair though. Okay. Now I'm going to do my blush. Girl, I got this from the Dollar Tree. And it's actually really good. It's really pigmented. It's by the brand Starry. It says Precious Mineral Blush in the color Natural Glow, I guess. What's the color? I don't know. Well, it's this really pretty rosy, dusty rose pink color. I don't like to use a lot of blush in the fall and winter. It's more of a spring and summer thing for me, but just a little bit. See, and even then I'll take a powder brush and blend it out. Now my favorite time of my makeup, and that is my highlight. I'm going to be using my Wet n Wild highlighting powder in Golden Flower Crown and a fluffy brush. And I do the tip of my nose, the top of my nose, like this, just a little bit, the top of my cheekbones. Sometimes I spray this with my setting spray and then dip it into the highlighter, and it makes it even more shiny. Just a little tip. And then my inner corner. Okay. Looking good. Okay, now it's time for eyeliner. In the spring and summer, I like to wear white eyeliner, but not in the fall and winter. First, I think this is from LA Girl. It's the Perfect Precision Eyeliner in black. And I'm going to do my waterline. Look at all that powder, y'all. I have to wash this headband so much. Okay, I might do a little bit more. And then I'm going to take my liquid eyeliner. This is just from e.l.f. I'm not really like, I know some people are kind of like snobby about their eyeliner. I'm not. I don't care. This is from e.l.f. I just do a simple line on the top. And I'm going to let that dry. What else can I say about love spells? Self-love spells are always good. You can mix them up. Like you can do like a glamour, beauty, self-love all-in-one type ritual. Where like that inner peace and inner glow that you have for yourself radiates outward. You can also transmute negativity. So every time that someone sends you negativity, you love yourself more. Or every time that someone sends you negativity, you get prettier. Things like that are always fun to do. Just be careful, you know, because the worst thing that you can do is put a love spell on the wrong person. And then what do you do if you did a love spell on somebody and then you take it to the river? Since some of y'all love Oshun so much and you give the jar to Oshun, and then you decide you don't want him anymore, and now he's all up on your tail. Girl. That's another thing about Oshun. She also will show you why that man is not meant for you if you keep bugging her. Her and Hecate have that in common. Two completely different pantheons, two completely different goddesses, but they have that in common. Ask me how I know. Like, you want him so bad? Here you go. I'm going to show you why he's not the one. Okay, now I'm going to go in with my mascara. It's the LA Colors Big Lash. Again, I'm not picky about my mascara either because I wear false lashes, so it doesn't really matter. And you know, a lot of people do love spells on people that they don't even have feelings for. They just want to see what they can do. They just want to test their power. And I think that's really effed up. Like, you're playing with someone's feelings because you want to see how powerful you are. Do a money spell. See how much money you can make. Do a beauty spell. See how pretty you can be. Like, anything with that, dude. And breakup. Let's talk about breakup spells. I'm going to let this mascara dry down for a second. One easy way to curse the mess out of your love life is to do a bunch of nasty breakup work when it's not warranted. I don't even think, like, the way that I am, if I'm with someone and they leave me for someone else, you could say that if I did a breakup spell, it would be justified. But I know how my spirits work, and the pacts that I have, and the entities that listen when I cry. There's no breakup spell needed there. My tears are enough. You know what I mean? Like, you built a relationship, a foundation, if you will, on my broken heart, and you think that's going to be blessed? Absolutely not. You know? But I know some people like to do them. It's all fun and games until it's done to you, boo-boo. Here's some golden advice. Okay? When it comes to dark and negative work, don't do a type of working that you don't know how to remove if it's done to you. Because what can happen is you do that dark work on someone or a couple or whatever, and they either know what they're doing and know how to send it back to you, or they go to someone and that practitioner sends it back at you. Usually if it's from a practitioner with a little bit extra stuff on top of it, you're screwed. So don't be throwing all these hexes and curses if you don't know how to remove them. And I'm not just talking about some sage. Okay? That's just a good rule of thumb. But some of y'all won't listen. And by the way, and I posted about this on my threads the other day, I do teach baneful magic privately, one-on-one, and private coaching packages between me and my client. Okay? Where it's soul aligned, it's justified, we've done a reading or two on the situation, and the spirits were like, yeah, balance things out. Okay, I will teach you baneful magic if you really, really have been hurt or crossed in some way and you need to get your justice. I will help you and I will teach you. But when it comes to my mentorship, that's not included. That's a different type of coaching. It's a different price from my mentorship. Okay? Because that's all, I mean, I'm going to teach you cleansing and protection, but if I'm teaching you baneful magic, that's like the only thing that I'll teach you at that time. Does that make sense? Like, yeah. Because when I go hard, I go hard. And I got some tricks up my sleeve, boo. Okay, now I'm going to take my false lashes. I just got these from Amazon. Either Amazon or Temu, I can't remember. And I'm using my Duo Lash Glue. And this is going to be fun, me trying to put on these false lashes on camera. We'll see how it goes. But I'm getting to the point in my journey where I love doing spiritual work for y'all. And whatever you need, I will be here for within reason. You know, as long as my spirit say it's okay for me to do. But I would almost rather teach you how to do the spell than do it for you. Because I teach you one time, and you can have that knowledge for the rest of your life. Okay, I'm so passionate about teaching because I wish, when I first started, I wish I had someone like me in my life. Like, me being the practitioner that I am now, I wish that I had that when I first started. Because I could have avoided a lot of mistakes. A lot involving love spells, too. You know? But you live and you learn. And my thing is, like, I think between all my platforms, I have a little under 5,000 followers and subscribers. And it's not even about the fame for me. It's like, if I can stop one person, one woman, from making the mistakes that I did, then my mistakes are not in vain. You know? Okay. Let's let this dry out a bit more. I can't believe it's like Christmas time, you guys. It's crazy. This year went by so quickly. It's crazy. Oh no. Stay with me. Come on. Ignore my self-tanner hands. Okay. Now, to do the other one, and then we gotta do my lips, and then I'll be done. I haven't done a get ready with me video in forever, because I didn't know what to talk about. But this was on my mind tonight, because I'm like, you know what? Love spells? Nah. Not for me. I'll do them for y'all all day, every day. Because I love getting those testimonials. But not for me. Because when you're with the right man, he doesn't need a love spell and a girl. Trust me. And there is no better feeling than when a man just naturally loves you. Like, there is nothing like divine masculine love. I swear to God. And it's one thing to do a working to, like, call in that person. I see nothing wrong with that. I'm talking about, like, you're trying to dominate him, you're trying to make him obsess over you, you're trying to tie him to you, blah, 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 blah. That kind of thing. And a lot of women do love spells out of desperation, y'all. They really do. And that's not a good vibration to be in. And if it's not meant to be, you'll have to keep doing it and keep doing it, and yeah. Ask me how I know. And like I said before, I'll do an amati for you. I'll do a love binding for you. It'll be about $2,222, but your souls will be tied together. Me personally, though, I don't want to be tied to anybody. Okay. There we go, nice and pretty. Now it's time for some lip liner. Okay. This is just, wait, let me see. No. You would think with me wearing fake lashes for 10 years that I would get used to them and not be able to feel them anymore, but no. Okay, where's my lip liner? I'll do this one. Let me sharpen it real quick. Okay, this is the NYX lip liner in the color Ever. Oh, this is a funny story, y'all. So this lip liner, I think like 2 days, I ordered it from Amazon, right? And 2 days before I ordered it, I had done like a money and abundance and prosperity spell or something. And I asked for an abundance of all good things. And I paid for one lip liner, and I got a pack of 3 for like $5 of this NYX Everliner. And it was a little, like, it's something so small, but it made me so happy because, like, it was showing me that my spell was working. And hello, free makeup, like, yeah. Abundance and prosperity usually means money, but not always. I'm going to take this is Maybelline, is it Maybelline? Yeah. Maybelline lipstick in Nude Lust. And then I'm going to take my Pat McGrath lip gloss in Earth Angel. One of my clients sent me this. It's a really pretty glittery, shimmery pink color lip gloss. And yeah, there we go, guys. That's how I get ready with me and my little talk about love spells. Okay, I love you guys. I'll probably make a video or two after this, but thank you so much, especially if you stayed until the end. Let me know down in the comments. I love y'all very much, and I'll be making more long videos and not just shorts, okay? Oh, if you would like to book a reading with me, you can either message me on Instagram at Siren's Nectar, or you can go to sirensnectar.com/booking, and I'll get you taken care of. Okay? I love y'all. Thank you.